In sports, funny moments often happen, and they are associated not only with athletes, but also with fans. Today we will look at various interesting moments from different sports competitions. In baseball, non-standard situations very often happen, because the stands with the fans are not protected from the accidental hit of the ball. Many spectators of the match even take baseball gloves with them to catch the balls, without losing hope of catching their trophy ball that accidentally flew into the stands. During one of the matches, Addison Russell was catching the ball so concentrated that he did not notice the approach to the podium, and fell right on the audience, knocking out one tray of chips and sauces from his hands. During the break, to make amends, Russell bought a new tray of chips. At basketball games, spectators are also in the immediate vicinity of the playing area, so you should not be distracted from the game, so that the ball flying into the stands does not become an unpleasant surprise. Fans, entertaining themselves in the stands, often come up with some kind of challenges. This is how the tradition of kissing arose when the camera snatches out a random couple and displays them on the big screen of the stadium. Sometimes people don't even know, but take this baton, this guy, so as not to get into an awkward situation. Everything was foreseen in advance. They are really very similar, but what do you think? Golf probably cannot give an inexhaustible level of excitement and poignant moments for the audience, but there are also moments in it that you want to revise. For example, the hit of the American golfer Jon Rahm. Between the ball and the hole there was a lake that needed to be thrown somehow, so most would think if they were on the place of the athlete, but Jon decided to act differently. He hit the ball with the bottom, and he jumped on the water. The ball not only overcame the obstacle, but also landed right into the hole. In the previous part, we already talked about competitions for hockey fans held by sponsors. The essence of this event, to hit the puck into a hole that exceeds the size of the puck by only a few millimeters, and even from a long distance. The task is very difficult, the probability is small, but this guy was still lucky, and he became the owner of a brand new car raffled off by sponsors. Infinite Tucker in the 400-meter obstacle race was in the lead throughout the entire race, but just before the finish he felt his opponent overtaking him. Tucker put all his power and ingenuity in order not to lose. He made an incredible jump and crossed the first finish line. The judges nicknamed this win Jump Superman. Parallel giant slalom is one of the disciplines in snowboarder competition. In 2018, at the Olympic Games, there was a curious incident. An Austrian snowboarder performing in parallel disciplines, Daniela Ulbing, was cut by a squirrel who unexpectedly jumped out onto the track. Fortunately, neither the athlete nor the squirrel were injured. Another funny incident. The Polish skier at the very beginning of the downhill skiing lost one ski. It would seem that the race was over for him, but no, the athlete continued the descent on one ski at a speed of about 100 kilometers per hour. Although he finished last, he did not give up. Angelika Bengtsson, a Swedish jumper at the 2019 World Cup in Doha, broke the pole while performing a jump. Luckily, the fall was successful, and she was able to continue the competition. The organizers gave her a chance to try again, since she did not make the jump. However, the Swede did not have a spare pole for that height. She asked her rivals to borrow a pole. A Frenchwoman, who had already finished the fight, gave her hers. Bengtson overcame the bar in her last attempt at 480 with a foreign pole and set a national record. American football is one of the most traumatic sports. Despite this spectacular power tricks, this is exactly what the audience loves to watch, this confrontation of tough guys. But not always the victory goes only by force. There is also a place for ingenuity in this sport. Jerome Simpson did one of the most beautiful touchdowns in the history of this sport to get the ball into the colored zone. He deftly escaped the opponent's power hold by performing a dizzying somersault right over the rink, rushing at him, intending to simply carry him off the field with the ball. A successful three-pointer in basketball is not an easy task, but throwing the ball into the basket across the entire field is absolutely fantastic. This fantastic throw was made by Jay Crowder, who played for the Boston Celtics. In the stands, even the fans of the opposing team applauded for such a throw. At times, women's football can be no less spectacular than the majority of men's football. Just look at this acrobatic throwing of the ball into the game from the Brazilian. Even the defender did not save, who forgot that she was not a goalkeeper and tried to hit the ball with her hand. Often fixing an offside position, the referees give the episode to finish, and only after that they report that the ball was out of play. This is done for the entertainment of matches. In this situation, the Australian footballer Karen Boulout, after a goal was scored, went to celebrate the scored ball with the fans, without seeing the raised flag of the side referee. The goal was not counted, but celebrated. Awkward and at the same time funny situation. Patrick Steffen's unfortunate failure, after which his hockey career ended. He had to put an end to a dramatic match in the NHL regular season in 2007, scoring the puck into an empty net 10 seconds before the final siren. Instead, he inexplicably missed a hockey shell and crashed onto the ice. The opponent had enough time to go into a quick attack and equalize the score.
And Hemsky's loose! Hemsky, he scored!
And this funny situation happened at the Italian Motorsport Championship. The rider Riccardo Russo made a mistake one lap and began to celebrate the victory ahead of time, while all the other participants in the race rushed ahead.
Across the line here, you'll see that Russo, Florentino also just gapping Nacho for the time being. We're on the final lap.
Well, that's all for today. Thank you all for watching. If it was interesting, support the video with likes. Thank you for subscribing, and take a look at what else we have prepared for you.